Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be looking at the S&P 500. This has been a member request, so we're going to be having a look at what we think is going on. We'll be going over my primary counts and some alternative counts that we are also looking at within the channel. Okay, so for the most part within this structure, I'm still viewing it as a WXY pattern to the downside. And basically within this, we have an ABC to start it into this low point here, followed by this corrective structure here. This actually did hit 1.618, but actually came and broke the low, so we have to just count it as an ABC. And then effectively, what I'm looking at is the fact that we've made an A wave down here. This is a B wave up, and I'm still looking for that C wave to complete that Y wave. So technically speaking, we can argue that it's completed into here, though I do think that potentially we have more to come down here. So it would be invalidated that we would be coming down to this level of this Y wave if we cross this 4323.29 zone. If we cross above that, then we'll have to assume that this Y wave is completed here, or alternatively we're getting a flat correction in the Y wave. So we'll have to see how the structure develops, but for the most part I think at the moment we are just looking at a corrective structure here. So within this, I'm treating this as a completed move into this high point, and until it proves that wrong, I'm going to continue looking at it. We'll go over what it can be if it does take this high point again. But basically, what I'm looking for in here is the potential of a wave 2. And basically within this structure, it's very overlapping. And the way I'm looking at it is an A, B, C into this high here for this W, a flat correction for an X, and then potentially another ABC to the upside here to complete this Y wave to the upside effectively. So now with this, if I throw this on here, let's go into this. So a 1-to-1 would actually take us up to this 4129.74, which is basically where we'd be looking at a 1-to-1 of that W wave. However, if we take a look at this this A wave, a 1-to-1 would only push us up to this 410619. So we need to just give this a bit of space and see how it develops. But basically what I'm looking at within here, we've actually already come down and hit this 50% line. So I'm actually going to come down here into the 4-hour chart. So we can talk about these micro moves. So we've actually come down and already we've hit that 50%, but it doesn't look like it's completed within this structure. It looks like there might be another leg down here, where this is potentially a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 still to come down. So if we do push down one more time, I'd be expecting to land somewhere in this box, which is this 3941 to this 3914.79. So that's what we would be looking for this potential to be a bigger ABC here to the upside. However, should we push up from this point here, we'll have to just take it as this B wave being complete over here, and then effectively, like I said, we'll be looking towards that 1-to-1 area at a first as a first target. So this 4105. However, it is also possible that this can fall short. And if we have a look at this red rejection zone here, this is a retracement zone from the top of this move. And an interesting area would be potentially this 4050 area, because this would sort of line up with it'd be just off of a 0.618, which would be the minimum that we want really for a C wave. So if we do just progress up here, this area could be interesting. This 4050, 4075 as well could be a zone that we could look to face rejection off of. So yeah, I mean, we'll just have to give it a bit more time to see what happens. Though, if we do just start to break down here, what we need to just be aware of is there is potential for this to turn into an impulse, and basically if we form a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 to the downside here, we retrace up, can't take this high point and actually break this low point here, then it would actually make me think that we are actually completed into here, and instead of having a WXY, we just have an A, a B and a C wave into this upside, and it would have completed with that 5-wave move. So if I just throw this on here, let's get this on this high point, we can see that it's already come up to the 0.618, which is a minimum requirement for this C wave if we're looking at it as an ABC, and it did take this W top. So it is possible that we could actually start to break down from this point. Though, like I said, we need more confirmation. We want to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want to see that 5th wave come into play here. or we want to see a move down that takes out this 3882 area. If we move down past that, then it would be very likely that we're actually starting this third wave drop. So what I'm looking for here to complete this move is effectively a 5-wave move. So the typical third wave would actually look to travel to this 3468.46 zone, and then we'd be looking for a fourth wave up and then a continuation to the downside. If we're looking at this as a WXY from the top, effectively that 1-to-1 would actually bring us down here to this 3265.37 zone, and then this is also a potential support box area off of the move up. So that would be that 3242 would be the higher end of that. So if we do look to move down here, it is possible we could actually have a 5-wave move and look to test some of these zones, and that would actually then sort of tie up with this WXY. So like I said, this is my primary expectation. If we take this high point here of 4132, it is possible that we can count this slightly different, and then we'd have to just look at this as an A, and this B wave was still in play. Though if we take this high point of this 4323, then we would have to look at it as a completed move, or like I said, that we're having a flat correction in this Y wave. So we'll have to give it a bit of time. So we're going to look at one of the other options that we're looking at. So the other option that we're looking at is the potential of having a triangle in this area. And because we've, with this move down here, you can count it sort of two ways. You can count it as a 5-wave, or you can count it as like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into this low B wave up here, then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a zigzag in there. So if that's the case, we can argue that potentially this was just a C wave in here and it got more complex. And then we would have to argue that we have this as a WXY, X, and then, oh, sorry, a WXY. So like a double zigzag effectively within the structure. So it is possible that we could see this D wave to the downside. So if we do start to drop from where we are now, we also need to just be careful that we don't form a leg to the downside like this and form a D wave and then actually look to bounce back up with another zigzag for an E wave. And then this could just actually be a bigger triangle, in which case what we'd be then looking for is actually to break down from this Y wave. There is a way that this can be a Y wave triangle, but we'd have to take that as this is an X wave, and then the triangle would start here as A, B, C, D, and E, and then it would actually look to break to the upside. So if it does develop like this and we do find support along this line, obviously this bottom trend line is flexible at the moment, but if we move up past this 4131, this would potentially invalidate this move, and we would have to look at it slightly different, though real invalidation would only come by crossing back above this 4323 or below this 4387. So this is just something we're keeping an eye on in the background. For the most part, I do think obviously the other count is my preferred count. If we want to argue bullish within this situation, we can argue that we have a bigger Y wave forming here. And if I just remove some of this stuff from the screen here, what we can also argue is that potentially, instead of looking at it the way we are with this as an ABC, or as this is a start of the move down, we can argue that we've had something here where we've got a flat correction. So this would then be a WX wave into here, and then potentially looking for this Y wave to the upside. So if we do take this high point of this B wave here at 4131.67, it is possible we could still actually look to push up for this Y wave higher. And this Y wave would basically be targeting out this 4339.22 at a 1-to-1 of this W wave. So if we do get a move up here, it's possible that we could actually look to progress up into that zone, though for the time being, effectively the structure isn't indicating that it would be moving that high. The only way that I could see that is potentially if this becomes a W, if we start to get a 5-wave move here, and this is an A, a B, and then we get a 5-wave move up in here for a C wave. So that is something we're going to be tracking as we get more information, but for the time being, I'm not going to be over keen on this count, just because I am thinking that we got a drop coming in here, but we'll have to keep a track of it and see what the charts tell us. Basically, if we do look to push up higher here, like I said, that 1-to-1 region would be up there, but it is also possible that we could just move up here and sort of interact with this top area again and then look to sell off. So yeah, it's one of those things. We're going to have to just give it a bit of time, but for as long as we hold below this 4131, it is possible that we can always extend to the downside. And basically, once we see this, if we see this C wave come up here for this Y wave here, effectively that could complete this move, and it could actually still break down from there. So yeah, we're going to have to just give it a bit of time. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. We'll keep you up to date as we get more information and the moves happen. I hope you found the video useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like if it's your first time watching Crypto Rosetta, you may as well hit that subscribe button, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video. We do mostly crypto stuff, but we also do stock charts as well within the Discord. So yeah, if you have any requests, let us know and we'll have a look at it. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope everyone has a great day. We'll see each other in the next video. Take care out there, everybody.